Hey guys, Fighting Sloth here. We're about to go in-game with the Akitsu for the first time, get hands-on with it and see how it performs. If you're new here, please drop a follow. If you're not used to following a streamer, I'm actually probably the most dedicated streamer on the planet. You can come by any day, 7 days a week. I'm so excited to get my hands on the Akitsu. It's the first carbon fiber mouse that I've ever played. We'll get straight to the unboxing for you guys though, but I'm going to jump in game and see how it runs. Hey guys, let's unbox the Akitsu carbon fiber mouse from Vancer. Alrighty, we can see the box definitely has a nod to the material used. That's a carbon fiber pattern. Here we have the mouse. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Very light. Feels really well balanced. I've seen the bottom shared a lot. Yeah, the dragonfly design on the bottom, very unique. It only has holes in the bottom section, so to have the weight low like this, yeah, you can see the carbon fiber pattern there that you referenced on the box. Comes with dot skates installed. What do we have here? That is beautiful artwork. Assuming this is just an instruction, yeah. So it's just an instruction manual, but looks gorgeous. Mouse out. Very light. Okay, let's see what else we have. Comes with a set of grips with the dragonfly design. Oh, that's coming across there, but yeah, the dragonfly design used is in there as well. Yeah, this has a very large receiver. So this is an 8,000 hertz polling rate. It has an LCD screen. I've never had a receiver with a screen before, so that'll be interesting to see what we can get there. We have a USB-C cable, USB-C to USB-A. Thought there might be some skates. In fact, it does say on the box additional mouse skates. They'll probably be in here. There we go. Let's see what type of skates we've got here. Okay, so these look like PTFE. Obviously, they'll cover a little bit of extra surface area than the dots, but not a lot more. What do we have here? It's like just a sticker. So there we go. That's the unboxing. Right, so we've just done our tracking exercise twice, Amphi LG 1v1. And you can see the results aren't that great. I only wanted to do a couple just to get a benchmark, but you got to understand these are still very high scores. Like this would still be like top 200, but it's not sort of hanging up around this area where the last four, on my last mouse, the Lamzu was. So still amazing scores, still very high, but not quite pushing that top level. I feel like off these two runs, the weight could almost be, the low weight is almost working against it, at least with my grip style. Bit more jittery to get back, so maybe like dropping my sense might be able to help with that, but I just wanted to get a little bit of a benchmark, so we'll do that. Now we'll jump over to the flicking exercise. All right, we've just gone through two of the flicking exercise. Pretty good. Again, not up in the main area. Little caveat, flicking's not my specialty. But, around the same area, one target less, two targets less. So sort of still performing highly, right around where my sort of recent benchmarks have been. So not ideal results on the tracking. Flicking is still good. So those are my quick results from testing in Kovacs. You've just seen the results of the aim training. I did make the decision after that session to go back to the Lamzu Maya. And what that comes down to is shape. The Akitsu just isn't the mouse for me. It's still an amazing mouse. It's still a beautiful mouse, but it's just not for me. I have a relaxed claw grip, and the way that my hand wants to hold this mouse ends up dragging my hand forward. So I end up having my outside fingers right at the front of the mouse, almost ends in like a palm grip. That drags the clicks forward as well. So I end up really gripping this mouse high. Due to a lack of like curves on the back and the side. So for me personally, it doesn't suit my aim style. If you had a more aggressive claw, or you've built your grip that really works with like ambidextrous mice who are used to having that less curve, this could still be your endgame mouse. I would still recommend it. It's extremely well constructed, incredibly balanced. I would say that's a huge plus for this mouse. Not only is it lightweight, it's the most balanced mouse I've ever held. Like you pick this thing up and it just feels like perfectly weighted across the board. So it's got premium internals, incredible balancing, low weight. If your grip style you think would suit the Akitsu, then I would still recommend it. I could picture this being an endgame mouse because it does offer some unique things. That carbon fiber construction, obviously keeping the weight low and sturdy. Clicks feel good. I have an issue with the side buttons, but not in terms of their implementation. Again, because of my grip. Just the way this mouse is just keeps pulling that grip forward, so my thumb doesn't feel as comfortable accessing it. Realistically, in game, this didn't affect me. I've had some amazing games with it. But yeah, so overall, I made the decision. It's not something that's going to get better over time. It's just the way that I grip the mouse doesn't really suit. So we'll talk about a few other things. The battery life has been great. I noticed when I use the web software that it is set to a sleep timer of 1 minute, which it comes out of really quickly. And I think that that's what I can attribute the fantastic battery life to. I run it at 4,000 hertz polling rate, as I have all my high-end mouse, because Apex has an issue with 8,000 hertz. Fix that, Apex. So battery life's fantastic. I didn't bother with changing the sleep time because, it didn't affect me in game. So you might want to extend that and you might get a little bit less total battery time. But in my use, it's been fantastic. Linking to the battery, the charging cable, the connector on the front of the mouse is really stiff. Like disconnecting it actually takes like a lot of force. And I'm happy for it to be a secure connection. Obviously you want that, but this takes it to the extreme where it's like, it's not the end of the world, but it's worth noting that it is really stiff getting that connector in and out. It really grips on there. One thing which I found really interesting, I never thought would be something that I cared about, is the LCD screen wireless dongle. It's really cool. It's a cool little piece of kit. Because you have buttons on the mouse to change DPI and polling rate, you can do it all from the mouse directly to the screen. It has the model, battery, DPI, lift-off distance, polling rate, and whether you have motion sync on or off. So really, you don't even, as good as the web software is, you don't even need that. This mouse is ready to perform out of the box. And you can customize everything on that screen, which is really cool. I never thought, obviously not going to purchase a mouse based on that alone, but it is a nice to have. And I would say it's a positive. So in conclusion, there's a lot to love about the Akitsu. It's just not for me. I'll say it one more time to reiterate. If you have an aggressive claw, if you have a grip built for these ambidextrous mice with not much curves, this may be your end game, and it's well worth a shot. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. As a token of appreciation to the amazing community out there, I will be giving away this Akitsu. The details will be on my Twitter, so go to Fighting Sloth over on Twitter to get information about that. If you're interested in the mouse that I left the Akitsu for, the Lamzu Maya, we have a video which will pop up on screen now. Make sure you subscribe. I am a really dedicated streamer, so I'm live every day. You can come talk about FPS games, gaming in general, mice. I'm always happy to nerd out and happy to meet you all. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.